Welcome back, everybody, to the 2024 City of Scottsdale All Things Senior Event and Expo that's happening right here in downtown Scottsdale at this beautiful, City of Scottsdale Center for Performing Arts. Still a little bit of time before 1 o'clock. If you can sneak away from work and get down here, or if you're down in the area and wondering if you can make it, you can. This year, really interesting. A lot more families. I'm seeing a lot more families down here than we had before. Not just mom and dad walking around pulling up information, but you're going to get great opportunities to meet other great vendors and other great professionals like Dr. Ryder, Dr. Tracey Ryder, that I've got here with BodyWorkz here in Scottsdale. Mm-hmm. Dr. Ryder, thanks for joining us and talking to our audience that can't be here today about BodyWorkz and what you guys are talking about downstairs.
Okay.
Tell us about BodyWorkz.
So BodyWorkz is chiropractic, acupuncture, and massage all under one roof. I am the chiropractor and the acupuncturist, so I really understand what's happening with the patient. I don't have to talk to somebody across town, which has been great.
And of course, you have awesome posture. I can't help it. I can't help but be aware of this. Is where I'm like, oh my gosh, okay.
It just feels better to have good posture.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Not gonna lie. And you pick those things up. Hey, so posture. What are things that we can bring mom and dad in to get help with, or even ourselves, because that's always shopping. Leading by example sometimes is an easy way to help our parents go along and to do healthier things. So what are some of the things that easy wins that we can come in and see you for?
Well, I feel like I'd like people to come in before they are hurting because it's not going to be as big of a process. But making sure they're walking, exercising, stretching is so important. Movement is life. My whole goal is to keep people playing pickleball, doing yoga, doing all the things that they love to do, playing with their grandchildren for as long as they can, living life comfortably.
Yeah, and obviously we're talking about this at the later stages. There's a care and concern. There's a bedside manner when working with people, especially as we get older and we're used to being able to spend 15 minutes with our doctor instead of 6.5, right? Or like genuinely develop some type of a relationship. Yeah. How is it that you tackle your practice to be able to handle seniors differently?
I give them a little bit more time. So in our blocks, we have a little bit more time depending on how much they can move. But we do have a table that they just stand on and it goes down like that. So they don't have to struggle.
That's great. Getting up on
I've watched that for 20 years. People on their knees trying to get off the table. So it's great.
You just finish a great adjustment and then you got to cradle yourself.
So it really comes neat. Back up. So they're just standing. And I have two really amazing people that work for me, my chiropractic assistants that people just adore, Cindy and Jackie, and they're both, they're not young pups, so everybody
they get
can relate
it.
Yes,
they get it, and they've been there. I mean, that is one thing. Having a parent project in general is something you don't get until you get it, and then you're like, oh, okay, I understand that. But having other people that understand how to deliver their services when you're trying to figure all of that out, that's awesome. It's a big win.
Yep.
What are some of so we talked about some things we can be doing at home, or ahead of time, and other things just kind of prepping for you. Do you need to? When you want us earlier than later, ideally before we get hurt. Okay. So prevention, motion is lotion, kind of stuff like that. Okay. What are those key things that when we're first coming in and having a conversation with you, like if I'm an adult child, I'm bringing my mom and dad out there. Do I need to have any special documents with me to come see you? Do I need to be prepared for anything like that that's different?
Not particularly. I do a pretty thorough evaluation and consultation. I do not have x-ray. I send people out if need be to Simon Med or Smile. Okay. But for the most part, I have an instrument too, so it's very safe.
Yeah.
But I don't need a whole bunch of stuff because we sit down and we talk.
Yeah. Well, talk to us about the environment for where people are meeting with you. What's the office environment like for you guys?
So it's newly built, so it's nice and clean. It has 2 chiropractic rooms, an acupuncture room, a massage room, a consult room where we can sit down and talk. And then I do have in the front some exercise equipment
Okay.
that people get to eventually
Well,
when they're ready.
Well, and hopefully learn how to do it right.
Mm-hmm.
That is a big thing, right?
Yeah.
So I know one common challenge as we start getting older is if we have to take on assistive technologies or adaptive technologies like a walker or something like that, we mess ourselves up badly by not knowing how to use those things. So
Yeah.
can you give lessons in that and help us course correct if we run into problems like that too?
Yeah, some things, but I can also help. I find a lot of my patients with walkers have wrist issues
Sure.
because that hurts, and putting your weight on it.
Yeah.
So my goal is to get people comfortable standing up more upright, and I also can adjust wrists and hands. So just get that motion back.
Well, that's a good follow-up that I need to personally know. That would be wonderful. So awesome. Where can people find more information about BodyWorkz and your particular practice of BodyWorkz out here in Scottsdale?
Mm-hmm. So on the website's www.mybodyworkz.com. The BodyWorkz has a Z. So, and I also would add chiropractic and acupuncture massage because there's a BodyWorkz mechanic. Sure. So you don't want to go there.
Yeah, doesn't do much good for your posture.
I mean, maybe you do. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. And we will put that up. We'll put those links down below over the course of the next couple of weeks as we repost this stuff. So make sure that you check all that out, and you can find her right away. Thank you so much for coming up here. Are you active on social media or any place like that we can find you as well?
BodyWorkz Old Town is on Facebook.
Great.
And my Instagram is I'm working on it. It's Dr. Tracy right now.
Aren't we all working on the Instagram? I mean, that's kind of a life goal. So, I think that's one of those things you hit January 1st. You're like, I'm going to get this organized.
And then you forget.
Yeah, it's the truth. Well, thank you so much for everything you do in tailoring your practice seriously to aging and the difficulties that come with all of that. That takes deliberate effort. It costs money. It's more difficult and expensive sometimes to serve, and families appreciate it. So if people don't tell you enough, we really, really appreciate that you do that. Thanks for being a part of today well down here at the expo.
And one more thing too is that we do take Medicare.
Oh,
Medicare
great.
is awesome for chiropractic and Medicare Advantage plans. So.
So the Part B, the original Part B, as well as Advantage plans that someone might be on outside of that. So that if you don't know what that means, make sure that you're staying tuned. I think we've got some other guests that are going to talk you through that a little bit today too. You can see other podcast guests, but in general, if mom and dad are using Medicare, or if you're using Medicare, that's a great way to cover all those. That's fantastic. Special events. You're about to celebrate a 1-year anniversary?
Yep, 1 year, mid-April, we're going to be doing some specials for new patients and existing patients. So keep looking for that.
Okay.
Should be exciting.
Okay, wonderful. Thanks again for joining us down there. And thank you for staying tuned and continuing to join us from the 2024 City of Scottsdale's All Things Senior event down here downtown in this beautiful Center for the Performing Arts. We're going to be back with more vendors downtown that are downstairs coming up here to share their wares and their tips and tricks with you to help you engage with your family member. Till we come back in, stay tuned. We'll be back right after this.